Hello, everyone. This is Shawn 1113 Podcast Show. I am your host, as usual, Shawn 1113. Thank you for listening to this podcast, recorded December 23rd, 2024. Also, anywhere and everywhere in the world, wherever you may be, wherever platform you're listening to, Amazon Music, Pandora, Podcast Addict, Podcast Republic, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and many other podcasts anywhere and everywhere in the world. First and foremost, I want to give you and your family and yourselves and your loved ones, and mainly also the military, the U.S. Armed Forces, and the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, a very Merry Christmas, a very happy holiday as well, and a Happy New Year as well. Um, so thank you for that. It is unbelievable that this year has come quite fast, faster than Usain Bolt's 100-yard dash. I mean, it's big. We'll find on 2025 what is going on with in sports because things are changing. It feels like kind of a paradigm shift is going on. And the difference is we're seeing it right now. I'm not even talking about political. I'm talking about all kinds of things going on. You know, it's like it's spinning faster and faster and faster. It's like a drip, and it's dripping faster and faster, in my opinion. So I want to let you know about that. That's my opinion about that. Of course, in the world of sports as well. Hope you're safe and sound as well. Now, sad news from the world of sports. Ricky Henderson passing away. Very good baseball player. Great leadoff hitter. Maybe the best in history. Maybe the greatest stealer in history. Base stealer in history, basically. I mean, it's kind of a lost art, stealing bases. Otani had 50-50, and that was pretty great. But Ricky Henderson, man, Luke Brock did it first, but Ricky Henderson broke the just broke the mold. Basically, broke the mold of not only of leadoff hitting but stealing bases. And these days, you can never have something like that again. To be honest with you, right now. So, but rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. What a like I said, a great baseball player, deserving of the Hall of Fame, and probably the greatest base stealer of all time. Honestly, him and Lou Brock. To be honest with you, Maury Wills comes up next as well. So, in my opinion, but and Willie Mays as well, who passed away unfortunately this year as well. Um, so R.I.P. Ricky Henderson. Let's start with that. The NFL, very interesting games. Washington and Philadelphia. Look, Jaden Downs is Rookie of the Year. That last drive basically sealed him the Rookie of the Year. There's no doubt about it. He can. He may not even play the final. He. They can bench him for the final two games of the season, and he still be Rookie of the Year. Brock Bowers, Bo Nix will be right behind him, but as Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels just pretty much cemented that Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. Many other games, many other things. Some of that was pretty good. Much better than the college football playoffs, the first round. Ooh, that was bad. That was some pretty bad football. And all of them were blowouts. Hopefully, it'll be better, and I'll predict the as I predict these games this weekend, the Christmas games, and throughout the Christmas weekend. Oh, well, first of all, before we even get to that, please give it a 5-star rating, like, comment, and also review. Also share this podcast and review. I'm a little nervous, so I have had work obligations, so I've been pretty busy, more than usual. Speaking of college football, let's get right into that. College, better games, and the Indiana game I was certainly wrong about. And Notre Dame's 10-minute drive was that was the game basically. SMU, Penn State. There was the game that I had no doubt in my mind was SMU, Penn State. Penn State winning that game. Ohio State, Tennessee. Enough said about that. Texas and Clemson was a little nip and tuck for a little while before Texas pulled away. So that's what happened there. Man City, real quick, they still keep losing. Now they're in seventh place for the Premier League. But the more interesting race is beginning to show too within 4 to 6. Liverpool still leads Chelsea and Arsenal. Chelsea's gotten hot for last 4 of their 5 matches. Arsenal last 3 of 5. So is Liverpool. But Nottingham Forest the last 4 of the last 5. They might be the hottest team in the Premier League right now. I don't know if you want to play them. Bournemouth, big surprise there. Aston Villa, I don't know. Like I said, it's going to go to the last kick of the season, to be honest, between those 6 teams and right now at the moment. But Liverpool, this is their championship to lose, to be honest, and Chelsea and Arsenal can still catch up, in my opinion. So that is down in the Premier League. I'm just dumbfounded how bad Manchester City has become this season, in my opinion. Still dumbfounded, in my opinion. Now I'm going to get to the Usyk Fury fight. This was a good heavyweight championship fight. The first 6 rounds, it went the distance. The first 6 rounds were really good. Was pretty competitive. It was very close, and then from the 7th round on, Usyk just was faster, threw more punches. Tyson Fury did have his moments, certainly, but it was far and few in between. And also, it was Usyk's speed, his hand speed, just it was too much for Fury to handle eventually. And the right person won, the right decision also. Unanimous decision, 116, 112 on all those cards. It was the right decision as well. So congratulations to Alexander Usyk. He probably fights Daniel DeVos in 2025. Let's see. Should be an interesting heavyweight division. And probably boxing needs something like that to end 2024. So let's see what happens in 2025, in my opinion, on that. And with that, that is the Shawn 1113 podcast show for December 23rd, 2024. Merry Christmas to all, one and all. Hopefully you'll have a safe and wonderful Christmas throughout this weekend, and then we'll go to New Year's as well, going into 2025 as well. Wait a minute. Let me take the predictions before we even go that far. Now, Shawn Steele's college football playoffs and NFL picks week 17. Here we go. Notre Dame and Georgia. I'm going to pick Notre Dame. Penn State and Boise State picking Penn State. Texas and Arizona State. That might be a game that might be a. I'm thinking they might. I'm going to call Texas, but I would not be shocked that Arizona State wins that game. Ohio State and Oregon, one of the best college football games of the year. Um, Ohio State just kind of choked at the last minute with time management. That's why Oregon won and stayed number 1 ever since. I'm gonna pick Oregon in a close one. But again, there should be better. There should be better games. Um, much better games. Much better games on the 31st and the 1st of January. Shawn Steele's NFL picks. Wait a minute. FCS playoff championship. Both of them are going to be in January 2025. Montana State and North Dakota State. I'm picking North Dakota State. Division III championship, North Central Illinois and Mount Union, 2 powerhouses. I'm picking North Central Illinois in that one. Now to the NFL games, week 17. 2 of them are Christmas Day. Kansas City and Pittsburgh, kicking Kansas City. Baltimore and Houston picking Baltimore. And then the rest of the games are Sunday and Monday. Also, if you don't see, you know, if the also you have the Winter Classic and the Winter Collective. They did something smart. They put a New Year's Eve so they can be in the mix a little, so they can be in the mix. NBA has it with the NFL taking over Christmas Day, basically sports. You would think the NBA would moving to get themselves in the spotlight. They still got some games in Christmas Day. I don't know if that might be not to be the smartest decision. Or the NBA Cup. Ugh. Why put it in the middle of the season when nobody's still watching? Ugh. There's a lot to be said about that, but let's go to the Sunday games. Seattle, Chicago, Seattle. LA Chargers, New England picking the Chargers. Denver and Cincinnati picking Cincinnati. Arizona and the LA Rams picking the Rams. Carolina and Tampa Bay picking Tampa Bay. New York Jets and Buffalo picking Buffalo. Indianapolis and the New York Giants picking Indianapolis. Dog game of the week. Green Bay and Minnesota game of the week in my opinion, but I'm picking Green Bay in that one. Las Vegas and New Orleans picking Las Vegas. Tennessee and Jacksonville picking Tennessee. Can we all agree that Mac Jones is officially a bust? Miami and Cleveland picking Miami. Dallas and Philadelphia another good game but however with Jalen Hurts um, having concussion protocol, I don't know about this game, but I'm gonna pick. Believe it or not, Dallas in that game. Otherwise, I would have if wasn't injured, I would have picked Philadelphia. I don't know. Atlanta and Washington, a pretty big game for Atlanta, especially. Washington is already in the playoffs. I think they want to keep that momentum. I'm picking Washington nevertheless with their luck. I mean, they've had all kinds of luck. Them in Kansas City. Detroit and San Francisco, picking Detroit, in my opinion, on that one. Regardless of what happens to the Green Bay New Orleans game, here's my rankings after week 16. Buffalo is number one, Kansas City number two, Detroit three, Minnesota four, Philadelphia five, Green Bay six, Baltimore seven, Washington eight, Houston nine, and the LA Rams 10. So now I've said more than enough. Enough. This is the Shawn 13 podcast show. Thank you so much for December 23rd. Thank you so much for listening. Please stay encouraged no matter what and live your life as normal as possible in an abnormal world. And with that, have a very merry, safe Christmas and a happy holiday. Thank you so much.